everybody, welcome back to Game Mode and our Let's Learn series, where we're talking about Call of Duty Advanced Warfare, trying to give you as much of a competitive edge as possible. Today we are in Classic Mode, which is essentially going back to the roots of Call of Duty without the exosuits and the exo boosts, and takes it back to a two-dimensional Call of Duty game.
Okay.
Personally, I played probably 5 matches trying to get footage for this.
Yeah.
And just generally found it boring as shit. The maps were designed to be vertical, and it's just boring as shit. Like, fuck it. It's
slower. I can see that right off
slower.
the bat.
It's harder to find people. People go back to just absolutely camping. You saw that first death was just a dude sitting in a corner hanging out. Way to go, buddy. We feel good about that. Keeping that corner warm. It was not fun to me at all.
Yeah.
If you want to play Classic, any Call of Duty you played will be helpful. The tradition of Call of Duty is positioning. Classically, the way to win a battle in Call of Duty was positioning. Whether it was the high ground or having the cover over somebody else.
Right.
There was, of course, always running gunners. But traditionally, it was all about where am I, where are they? And this really takes it back to that. That whole thing was kind of destroyed in the advent of double jumping, because people would just double jump over the cover and it didn't mean shit.
Right.
I'm laughing at my own stupid deaths. You also wouldn't believe, even like 5 matches in, I'm constantly trying to double jump and boost jump.
You got so used to it, right?
Yeah.
So one thing I guess, because I haven't played much of the other Call of Duties at all, as we've discussed before, how are the map sizes compared to previous Call of Duties?
Aside from Instinct, which is quite a large map, this would be considered a medium map, and urban would be considered a small map. Almost everything else would be considered a medium, which, I don't know, it's kind of, this would be large for a traditional Call of Duty map.
Okay.
But in this it's considered more medium. It's kind of a toss-up. This is considered a small map or at least I consider it a small map. It's a tight map. It's a SMG or shotgun map. But it feels so much bigger when you lose that movement.
Yeah. Well, and I can kind of see that. I mean, you're moving so much slower. I can see having a longer range weapon, like that guy there, you just kind of peek through, right?
Mm-hmm.
Whereas you wouldn't really see that with the exosuits.
Mm-hmm. But on the other hand, because there's so many tight corners, normally if there's anybody in that center ring, and I have an assault rifle like I do, I could just double jump and see anybody who is in there and try to pick them off.
Right.
See, I'm fucking around trying to find high ground wherever I can, just running in to find me. I think a lot of people don't realize, because you normally play with double jump, is that a lot of stuff, almost anything that's accessible, is still accessible. There's ladders and the ability to climb. So still, you can go out of your way to try to find high ground, and it will give you advantage. I take advantage of that at the end of this video, actually.
Okay.
Yeah. I don't know what possessed me to try to use a burst fire rifle on this map either. I thought maybe, because it would work in normal circumstances.
It probably had a lot to do with it. I could see that having a lot to do with it, actually.
Again, trying to climb shit, see if I can
see if we can find anywhere that'll work.
So yeah, it goes back to, if you were good at traditional CODs and you like traditional CODs, your basic principles work. Positioning, aiming down sights before you go around corners, all that kind of shit. Even pre-firing, which I don't think I've hardly ever had to do in Advanced Warfare. It's just,
Sorry,
I don't like it. It is boring as fuck. I tried to play this for 5, and there's such a backlash against the exosuit, and everybody's like, no exosuits in Black Ops 3. I honestly think I'm gonna miss it, because I tried to play this and I was bored out of my goddamn mind.
Well, so I mean, here's the question though, because where you said you played a lot of Ghosts and such, right? Have you gone back and played much Ghosts since Advanced Warfare come out, and have
No.
you found that same?
I have not.
Okay. Have you done any?
I've been on the prestige grind, super hardcore.
Okay.
You may notice in this video I'm like Master Prestige 1 or 2 in this video.
Okay.
I think I'm Master Prestige 3 at the time of actually voicing over this. No, I keep thinking, maybe I should go back and play Ghost, because I enjoyed the shit out of Ghost, even though that gets a lot of hate too. Every time I think, I should go back and play Ghosts, or even Modern Warfare 3, because I enjoy the shit out of Modern Warfare 3,
Yeah.
and for some reason they're still fucking people playing it. I always think, I could go back and play that, or I could be grinding up prestiges in this. So I always end up just grinding up prestiges in this.
Because I guess it'd be interesting to see if you'd have the same kind of feeling of it being boring or something.
I
By
think
switching
the thing
maps
is
and
that
such
the
that
maps
aren't
aren't
designed
designed for it.
Yeah.
I'm pretty sure if they went back to, and they've already talked about movement in Black Ops 3,
Yeah.
and there's going to be some forms of accelerated movement.
Okay.
But what there's not going to, they want to reduce the vertical movement.
And I mean, I can understand that, because
The
like,
problem is, human beings don't have vertical predators.
right.
We're used to looking predators from left to right. It's why we play on widescreen.
Yeah.
That's our perception. And people aren't used to looking up and down for enemies.
Yeah.
And so it throws people off and they don't like it. And honestly, when I picked up Advanced Warfare, I had like a 0.3 KD for the first month. But once I got the hang of it, I found it very enjoyable. I think it's very disorienting when you first pick it up. I think if you put the time into it, it's a lot of fun.
Yeah. And well, I mean, there's just so much that goes, because all of a sudden, as you were talking about, like, cover disappears. Cover is no longer a thing.
Yeah, it's not
And
as relevant.
And I can see that taking away a lot of...
There's where I finally find my high ground. And it seriously fucks with people.
Because you're just not expecting it.
Yeah, absolutely.
Huh. And, you know, and I can see that, though, because, as you said, we don't look up. We don't have a need to look up,
Mm-hmm.
right? And... yeah, I can see, like, that's a reason why I can see not wanting the double jump. You know, it's not like Borderlands, where, who cares, you're just jumping around and shooting everything anyway.
Mm-hmm.
And you already had, like, a hella high jump, and so...
Now they noticed I'm up here and they're pissed.
Hey! Is that the
Yeah.
score cut limit?
So yeah, again, we nearly hit the goddamn time limit for a fucking game of team deathmatch, just because it's so goddamn slow.
Yeah.
And so, just the campiness is not my thing at all. I completely understand if you want to play this. If you're a fan of classic Call of Duties, my general opinion is go play a classic Call of Duty.
Yeah.
There's still people on lots of them, and the maps are designed for that.
Yeah.
The maps aren't designed for this.
Yeah.
And it's... I don't recommend it.
I guess the big things, like we've said before, map knowledge is even more important here, because you
Yeah.
need to know where you can get up and above, and so you can know where shots are coming from,
Mhm.
and hopefully try to hold that position yourself.
Yep.
But I guess otherwise, you almost have to be a little slower with it as well, which sucks because it's already
like
slow.
you may notice, I played campier than I normally play.
Yeah.
There's a couple times where I stopped to get my bearings, where I would normally just rush like a motherfucker, but it's little or nothing about this appeals to me. And if it does, go for it. If not, I don't personally recommend it.
Yeah.
There's nothing more to say. The game modes are the same. Weapons are the same. It's just the same game, but stripped down from what made it the game it is.
Yeah, and it's basically no dash, no double jump.
Oddly enough, the EXO abilities still work.
Yeah.
I used EXO overclock, and it could still makes you run faster. I'm not sure how the fuck that's supposed to work when you don't have an EXO suit, but apparently it does.
It also means, you know, some of the perks, like there's a perk that like knock your HUD offline and such, which it probably won't work here. Like the
Yeah,
EXO
things
rebooting
like
and such.
blast suppressor aren't useful anymore because or not.
Yeah.
You don't have that, but pretty much everything else is still useful.
All right.
All right, guys. As always, thank you very, very much for watching. This is the last game mode in the game, but I still got a couple videos up my sleeve, I think. So be sure to stay tuned for those. As always, thank you very, very much for watching. We post new videos every single day. Be sure to subscribe to see them all, and we will see you next time.
Have a good one, guys.
Bye.
Bye.